Just going to put a video together of a new tool for the workshop. I saw a video that had been put up that these have become available, and at best I can sort of describe it as it's a equivalent to a Sieg or a Tague type lathe, maybe a little MCO. It's in that sort of range, but we'll have a look in a minute. It's a bit different to how it's been put together. These have been marketed here in Australia by Havco. I'm not certain if they're it's an exclusive to them, or these have been available through other people that it's a Chinese made machine that use China as a source for equipment. So yeah, I suppose it's going to be a bit of an unboxing video. So this is how I received it. It's about 9 kilos, 9.5 kilos, I suppose, the packaging when you sort of get it. Okay, there you go. Succeeded in not slashing the instructions. So that's the manual, so AL-50V, and for Havco it's an L-670. And what's the publication date? 12/25, and first edition for the handbook. Okay, that's a nice bit of solid packing, because when I bought the box home it felt quite stable. You couldn't, there we go, can we see now? It didn't sort of, it was evident that it wasn't moving or rattling around. So we'll start here. Okay, those that you can read Chinese can tell me what that is. I did have a look at one of these unpackaged at their local shop, so I have seen some of the tools. So for the drill chuck that comes with it, a key for that. I'm assuming that's a 4mm Allen key. M5, but I'm not certain what these are for. There might be some assembly required. Piece of brass, 10mm by 50. I think this is just so that when you get the thing out of the box, you can have a go at machining something. The little Tommy bars for the chuck. I'll get them out, have a bit of a look. Yeah, a bit of a knurl on them. Yeah. Smaller Allen key, like a 2mm one. I believe this is for the tailstock to lock it down, but because there didn't appear to be, the previous machine I looked at, there didn't appear to be anything with it. For the power lead, Australian lead, IEC connector to go into the power block. And there you go, 24 volt, 3 amp, sort of a computer, laptop computer style power supply. Now some of the hardware. Let's see. Okay. When I was sort of describing these as they're ready to go, that's tool that comes with it, yeah, and it's preloaded. So little Torx driver. And that's it. And it's polished type insert, and I think that may benefit because it's not the most powerful machine. So that these are I think an aluminium and a brass finishing type tip. You can use them on steel. I have used them in the past on steel. It's just they're not as long lived. Tiny little live center, and I think it's a 0 Morse taper, the tailstock. We'll put that there. The tiniest center drill. So like I said, I think they give you the dead basics that you can unpack it and start turning. Oh, and a small drill chuck. So that's the accessories that have come with it. Lift the machine out of the packaging. Will not stand up for that. There's the machine in question. It's interesting. I've not seen a machine like this. It's all aluminium construction, but the instead of having ways as such, it's got linear rails on both of the axes, I suppose, yeah, and it looks like a trapezoidal thread. Okay, that's interesting. So that's, I know that is moving. And yeah, that's the backlash in it. It's harder to discern the backlash in that axis. Like I said, I've already had a bit of a play with one of these machines at the sales room prior to getting this one. They gave me a brand new one. The jaws are reversible in there. The headstock is a through hole, and I haven't actually measured it, but I'm assuming our piece of 10mm brass may or may not go through. No, it's smaller than 10mm. I'll just grab a measuring instrument. So just have a quick measure up. Yeah, 9mm through there. The chuck is screwed on. There's a couple of flats there, but they don't provide you with a spanner to hold that to undo the chuck to change over. I'm curious. I don't know if there's a taper in there or not. Is that locked on? There's actually a stop on the end to stop the tailstock coming right off. And that's locked in, so take our 2mm Allen key. you look at the construction, you can sort of see there they've got these thinned down parts of the tailstock base that the grub screws push in on, and then they flex in and grab the side of the rail. That's the lock for the tailstock. Or yeah, it's just the front ones had a bit of tension on them. Yep, so that moves. Interestingly, two-piece tailstock, so this can actually be adjusted for height, which I think is handy. So we just hook up the power supply. Whilst I'm sort of there, rule. Approximately 150 mil. Yeah, be 150 mil between centres. If there's a taper in there that you can put a centre in there, maybe 150 mil between centres, maybe. Yeah. And this is because of the aluminium construction. Some of this is a bit chunky, and look at. Not sure if you can quite see that, but it's about 20 mil over the cross slide. There is no compound slide with it, so as you can see, they've been made to a price, but it appears. At first glance, it appears reasonable quality. My assumption is there's a tooth belt drive in here because the electric motor is there in the back, which I think is a brushed DC motor, in keeping with the fact they're trying to keep the price. Yeah, so that plugs in there. This is the first power up, so hopefully we don't let the magic smoke out. Okay, so we've got an indicator light there. Is that? Yeah, sort of dimming. Okay, there's a click for the first stop. There we go. I'm not sure how well you can pick up the sound of that. Full speed. And then you can turn off. You can set the speed for what you're turning. Or conversely, roll the knob back to 0. So just something to keep an eye on. Havco badged with a little plate. Like I say, I'm not sure if these are available, if there's an exclusive to Havco or whether they're available to, there's other retailers. And here, serial number plate on the bottom, and 50 mil capacity, manufacturing date, 12th of 2025. So they've been on the water for a while. And AL-50V. You can see there how the screwed together construction of it. Pull this open. Just having a look to see if we can take the covers off the back here. Yep, that is 2 mil. Spin it around so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, small countersunk screws, quite long. One of the reasons I purchased this was when it's too cold to go out in the workshop, or conversely in summer when it's too hot. It is a self-contained unit. It is limited in its capacity, but yeah, for doing small jobs, I'll be able to sit in the back room, hopefully not make too much of a mess, and do some machining on smaller parts, carburetor bits or smaller bits and pieces as such. Yeah, lovely, lovely machining job. I suppose the joys of CNC. Yeah, tooth belt. This, oh yeah, and a little, it's a rebate machined into there. Not quite sure. There's, oh okay, there's the headstock's a separate piece, then there's this piece that goes on the back. We'll see what the longevity and the life of the electric motor is like, but with this style of construction, if need be, I think it has a potential to mount a different motor on it, keeping in mind it's the power output for the size of the machine. Just have a quick look here in the handbook that comes with it. So there, a little plaque on it, I think, nice bit of quality. Maximum diameter for clamping 50mm, workpiece clamping length 95mm is what they say. Work table travel 50mm, 70mm travel. Oh, there you go. Yeah, definitely. So MT0 for the tailstock taper, and I'll quite credit that. Later on, I'll actually set up a dial gauge and we'll have a bit of a look at that for the turning accuracy. 24 volt motor, and the maximum torque rating for it, machine dimensions 6.4 kilos. I weighed the box when I got it, and it was sort of 9.2, 9.5 or something like that, so the packaged weight. Yeah, normal disclaimer, don't let children use it, etc. Normal safety disclaimers. A bit of a savings grace, I suppose, is the fact that it is a lower powered machine, but still, it's still a machine. Tool bits are sharp, and yeah, there's some creative people amongst us. I think you would be able to, even something like this, I think you'd be able to hurt yourself. Bit of troubleshooting, operation, cleaning and maintenance. Packaging list, the bits and pieces that have come in it. And I think this might be an Australian thing, general safety instruction, read the manual and all the rest of it. From observations, first observations of the other machine that I saw, and then unpacking of this one, it looks pretty good. They're not the most economical machine, but if you've got a very small workspace, it's, yeah, and the quality of the accessories, that we'll see what happens from there. The fact it's good, I believe it's good that they've there's a tool bit and it's packed ready to go. The fact they're using that style of insert also, I mean, I think you get the best benefit for a lower powered machine. And I think, oh, there we go. Yeah, 10mm. That might be 5/16. Tool holder, and just have a quick look how that goes for. I'll have a quick check to see what it's like for centre height. And like I say, I believe they're giving you the bare bones accessories, so I'm not sure if you can see that. Oh, there we go. that's ready to go. With very little, if any, shimming. I think that's about spot on for centre height there. That's the drill chuck that comes with it. Sanal brand. Bit grumbly, but it's dry. Not sure if you can quite read the 0.3 to 4 mil chuck, so that's sort of in keeping with the scale of the machine. One thing was interesting, the demonstration machine that they've had, and apparently they've only had it for a week or so, this one had evidence of bruising around one of the pinholes for the chuck. This one doesn't, and it may have been from when it was tested at the factory, if they do test at the factory. So my assumption is the chuck isn't hardened, but we'll see what eventuates from there. And this is the arrangement for tightening. One Tommy bar in the back and one in there, and you can tighten to your heart's content. We'll have a look of getting the chuck off and actually seeing what's in the headstock, but it is good that is removable, and it is good that it's got a through bore. Now that I've succeeded in making a bit of a mess here on the table, I'll have a bit of a pack up and might make another video of it making swarf. Thanks a lot. Hope this was of some assistance to you guys. Just another observation that there is markings on the tailstock and also on both the axes, but they're not that clear. So, but in the price range that it is, like I say, I believe this is in sort of a competition with like a Sieg or a Tag MCO type machine. I'm not sure if the MCOs are actually available new anymore. One of my concerns are swarf and stuff falling down onto those, and the fact maybe it sort of needs a cover or something put in over the ways. The top slide is pretty well, sort of, as you can see, is pretty well sort of protected. Maybe a cover over that. Oh, okay, that's not that good. The other machine was the same. It's like it appears to be a brass barrel, so that's doing that up quite tight, and it's not particularly locking that on. And like I said, that can't slide all the way off, and also there's another stop in here to stop you advancing too far towards the chuck. But that may be problematic if you can actually work between centers on it. Yeah, another sticker in here, made in China and distributed by, and a few addresses there of where Hare Forbes are. I'll leave it at that, and we might see you in a while with a bit of machining.